All right, everyone. Welcome to a very special emergency episode of the Player Base. Today, I am your host, Mulzak, with our other host, who is going to be Exonic Tonic.
Hello, everyone. How you doing?
And we have two special guests today. One of them you already know as the Level 100 director, Mr. Lemon Says. And then also, we have Pathetic Spaghetti. Say hello to everyone, Spaghetti.
Hello.
So today's little emergency broadcast is unfortunate, I guess, to say the least. We all expected it. I'm just gonna go ahead and read the note that our lovely Darwin directors have given us.
I'm sorry. Before?
Huh?
I need to
We're
say
starting.
something. All right, so
Go ahead.
anyone who
Yeah.
paid money for this game for a battle pass and the hopes of battle pass 2 that never came, and then the silence, the awkward silence, and then boom, it shut down. Like, I respect you guys. Like, as a director, you guys kept the game going. And all of a sudden they said, well, we're going to move on. Really?
Yeah. I
So-
mean, I paid the money because, the game 100% deserved it. It did. But it ended up being
It
the
did.
developers.
It
the
did not mean anything to a director. So, all right, proceed.
Yeah.
Okay, go
I'm
ahead and
gonna-
read the note before we get into this.
I'm gonna read the note. It starts off with to our dear Darwin
Oh my gosh.
Project community.
Wait. Do we have Sarah McLaughlin music queued up for this?
I don't think I'm to that stage yet.
Hold on, give me a second.
I got you. Exotic, you want to sing a little bit while we're waiting on Lemon with your awesome jingles from last episode?
Okay. Thank you for coming. Listen to the Player Base podcast. Enjoy your stay.
Oh man!
I didn't know this had
Applause.
this had a jingle.
Say
What was that,
Cut out.
Spaghetti? You cut out,
I
Spaghetti.
didn't know this had like a jingle.
Oh. Lemon, you there, bud? To our dear Darwin Project community.
Loud, turn it off.
We have been, I've adjusted him. We have been quiet for a while and we apologize for it. We would like to update you on the Darwin Project. It is with a heavy heart that we have decided to stop developing new features for the game. April's update was the last one for the foreseeable future. 5 years ago, we started the Darwin Project. I want to put this out there. 5 years ago? Jesus. 5 years ago, we started the Darwin Project, our first project. It was a very bold and ambitious one, to say the least. And we have
You
been
can stop with the music now.
fortunate enough to have worked on it for so long, with the support of our partners and community. Oh, I butchered that, but we're just going to keep reading. Over the past few years, we saw a decreasing player base and have been working hard on finding solutions. From a new platform development, the PS4, to bringing new content, class system, never got a new class, battles passes, stuff that they had made already. Sorry. Systemic, what is that word? Systemic maps, customizable craft wheel, new tiles, live events, spectator interactions, extension, and continuous optimizations. We have assessed all potential solutions and scenarios, but unfortunately, Darwin Project is unable to sustain itself, thus forcing us to come to this very difficult decision. We are still very proud to see what we had started as a scribble on a piece of paper become a fully released game that has reached millions of players. We will keep Darwin Project servers up at least through the end of the year, and you will still be able to play the game. We truly and deeply appreciate everything the community has put into the Darwin Project. We've received tons and passionate ideas of suggestions to improve the game. It shows how incredibly supportive you have been throughout this journey. We cannot thank you enough for your love and support over the past 4 years. Jesus. Last but not least, huge thanks to our amazing and hardworking team, our partners, as well as our family and friends who have also contributed to the Darwin Project, always there with wise advice and motivational boost, while keeping us grounded and focused. As for the future, the Darwin Project team will be redeployed to other unannounced scavenger projects. Okay, and I know I butchered a lot of that with how I was saying it, but I don't really care. Exotic,
Yeah, you.
Exotic, you go for it. But what do you got to say?
I'm mourning. End of a wonderful game.
Really? Welcome to the real life.
Yeah,
It was a goddamn mess. It was our mess, you know?
No, I
Our
mean, dude, as a person who saw me a couple times, who was like, "Oh, it's the narrator," and I was like, "He's really good at the arrows." Like, anyhow, yeah. So the shit's gonna end. All right. So okay, we move on. Somebody has to reach out to Mason because he raged quit. He's feeling way emotional. He said he didn't know his caps lock was on, but he's emotional right now. And then he uninstalled.
Is he really that
but
emotional?
I couldn't direct message him.
yeah, I can't get her through to him either, because none of us are in the same server. I'm gonna try to send him a friend request actually.
I tried to.
I guess people that are as good at the game as he is. Yeah.
I'm a coward, so I'm not that great at all.
And that's okay. The point of the game was to get better.
It was like chess. That's what I would have to say. It was like a chess battle royale. It was a very fun.
I would say it's like more like checkers. There's not really too much variety in the pieces. It's like based. I'm just kind of nitpicking though.
Yeah.
I'm genuinely like upset. I knew that it was coming, but this is after the official announcement is just heartbreaking.
I'm
Okay,
just more upset they didn't even reach out. They didn't talk. They didn't put test servers to test new things from people who like the game. It was a solid fan base, and that was it. They just said, "Screw it, we'll flip the board."
It's what I was gonna bring up was the fact that there was the player base in this game. Like we had the player base. It obviously shows with our Discord of almost 80 people and their Discord of who knows how many. I didn't even look the last time. It was a lot. The player base was there. They tried to implement things like competitive too early. They are going on about how they introduced the class system and battle pass and the map being random and stuff, but like none of that was new.
I mean, I did enjoy the new tile. That was nice.
Yes. I loved when they added the new tile. It added something new to the game, but if we were getting constant updates like they should have been, then that new tile probably wouldn't have been as good to us as we thought it was. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I could care less for the new tile. It's just I was more looking forward to the new class.
And then we don't even know what the new class was gonna be, like they never even teased anything.
So sad.
You guys are all so
they didn't tease anything, and somehow they tickled my balls.
Listen,
it was just I was just wondering every day, what's the new class? What is the new class?
Spaghetti, I feel you on that one.
Dude,
And I mean, we can
I
all
get you.
hope. Go ahead, Lemon. I'll save this.
Like, the whole thing is that I grinded to 100 thinking that the max level of director was 100. And then the rumors as I got 100 was like there's like 200 or 300 level directors. I was like, oh my God, that's like a Yeti. And then there's some screenshots of. And then to know the time I put into this game.
Wasted.
No money. What was that, Mulzak? Say it again.
The time was wasted.
Wasted. Say it again, everybody. Wasted.
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 Well, it wasn't wasted. I did enjoy it.
Dude.
If you enjoy something, it wasn't wasted.
It got shot up in GTA. Boom.
XT.
Wasted.
XT. Wasted. Spaghetti. You gotta say wasted.
I would have to say some part of it was wasted.
I see where Spaghetti was coming from.
By gigabytes.
If you enjoyed it.
Yeah,
if you enjoyed it, yes. But
yeah, but see, in my small circle of friends, and I can call you guys all friends because you've been there since day one or whatever. Right?
Can you?
Man.
No, it's not even emotional, but just since then time, right? I was the only player you knew who always did director.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you guys played other games, you met some other directors, but cool. Right? So to me, you guys are the only players I ever knew. And I met you in a random game and I added you to a group and you guys were all like, yeah, let's make a Discord. Oh, pathetic Spaghetti.
Yeah, I was from like Oceanic, so you would never be able to meet me.
But weren't you saying that we need to have a Facebook page, right? A social media page. Yeah. So Mulzak, welcome.
Mm-hmm.
Spaghetti says we need to do this, and Xotic is here, and I figured,
I'm suggesting like a Patreon page for like the Force of Gaming competitively.
Yeah, I mean it could work. It could help.
Patreon.
I actually was thinking about doing a ad page on Reddit.
I don't think that's gonna ever gain traction after now that the game is closed. So we have to.
The only people would be very little kids.
Yeah, man. Like, look, I had my buddy over here tonight when I hosted 3 Darwin games. Right, the 3 Darwin games, in my opinion, lasted long. There was no interference, but anyhow, scoring system was good. And then we flipped over to Warzone Wednesday, and then Warzone Wednesday was happening. And so now, what we're doing this? What's this called again, Mulzak?
The player base
podcast. All right, so sorry. You guys go ahead. Where we at? Continue on.
What I the one something I was gonna bring up was in the last bit of their letter. As for the future, the Darwin Project team will be redeployed to other unannounced scavengers projects. You guys, we talked about this in our last podcast. I don't know who all listened to it with me and Mason and Spaghetti, or it might have been with me and Lemon and Spaghetti, and not Spaghetti, sorry, Xotic. I can't remember who it was with. I can't remember who it was with, but the talk we had about they're giving up on Darwin, they're going over to their new game seasons.
Yeah,
and
but
we've been saying that since before they even.
But listen, Mr. Lemon says I will dedicate every Friday night, 9 p.m. Eastern time for Darwin, like every Friday, 2 nights a week. I don't think Wednesday needs to happen because Warzone Wednesday was such a huge success. It was me, Stomach, Roxy, and Lucy's. So we were playing. It was fun.
So, Lemon, did you all team up together or you did like a private match?
No, we teamed up and we went into a quad game of Warzone. So it was our 4 versus 148, 149 of the next team. It was cool.
Yeah. 150 total. So.
I know the highest score I was like so proud of. Like it was either second or like ninth, and I was like, "Oh my god, thank you so much for carrying me." Like by myself, it's like 29, 19, but I was like top 10, and I was like so super excited.
Something else that caught my eye was that they said 5 years ago we started on the Darwin Project. How do you guys feel knowing that after 5 years this is all we got?
I mean, I did know about the fact that it was 5 years ago because of a YouTuber named Omrika. He like made videos on it, but then he just stopped, made one video on the newer version, and that's about it.
Uh-huh. But like this is all that was put out
Yeah,
for 5 years of work.
I'm actually kind of pissed.
That's insane
After
to me.
thinking about it for a couple minutes, I'm actually a little bit pissed because in the beta game, all these ways of fighting. You could use gliders, you could craft leather, but you know what I'm saying. You could all this sort of stuff. They released the real game, really regressed. The class system was really constricted. After that they took that huge regression. It was like, okay, I guess the future they're just gonna add in more features. So this is okay, I guess. But now, completely shutting down the game. Like, dude.
Without any attempt, and let's just bring that up for real quick. Without any attempt to revive it. I mean, they didn't even promote their game at all.
that's true. I mean, they didn't even put test servers. That's what the beta is for. Just like
one at a time, my guys.
All right.
Spaghetti, you go first. No, Spaghetti, you go first.
All right. The problem, it's like they didn't reach out like test service. You know, you've tried test service before. I've tried it before. I wasn't allowed with the beta, but the test service, there was so many ideas. I thought, what if they added rules? The game felt like a hunting / battle royale / checker chess. Or it's like a strategy where I had to hunt, and Headhunter Drone was the perfect one for me. I've tried other classes, but Headhunter Drone is like, oh, that's where this guy is. I'm
People
planning
that are
traps.
good with arrows.
Yeah. And I still suck with arrows after hundreds of practice.
Okay, Exotic. Put out your 2 cents.
I think I already put out my 2 cents on this one. I already said how I felt about it. Regressed the game, and then they let it go in that sort of regress state. Wings is still OP. Didn't nerf it. And I really hope is that they enable your peer-to-peer servers before they close the game. That the community can still
see. That would be my one thing that would still, as much as I hate what they're doing, that would make me happy because you see it even with older Call of Duties and stuff on PC. They don't want to keep those servers open anymore. Oh, you guys could just buy a server. You could play on it. I mean, if they could bring over something like
yeah, you
that.
can do it with Halo as
well. The last point that I really just want to talk about.
Yo, really? Hold on.
What you got?
You guys really think Darwin?
No, I don't think at all.
Is that good of a game? The hours that you invested in it since January, all wasted. So you spent 5 months into a game that's going to end in what, 6, 7 months, maybe less, whatever. Like, I love you guys. Like, Darwin is a fun game, and I was a director, right? But it's over.
Yeah, it's over.
Like,
I can say right now, I'm not going to be putting any more time into the game except for our scrims every week.
I want to Friday, May 22nd, host a tournament, and I want to get this tournament done in like 2 hours tops, maybe 2 directors, depending on the final signups.
So, Lemon, were you asking if it was if it I'm sorry, if it was worth it for us?
Yeah, of course it was, man.
Okay.
Like the issue that I have right now that hurts my heart is that Mason rage quit tonight.
Yeah.
So, and I was like, bye-bye. Other people were like, bye-bye. But anyhow, I get it. It's an emotional bond with the game. And the game said today, Mulzak, you've been sending a message to devs to get our Discord promoted. And they're like, we're not taking applications anymore, but we'll keep you in mind.
Thank you
and
for bringing that up.
What? Hold on. You guys ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I'm not.
Fuck them for saying we'll keep you in mind, and then 6 hours later they said,
yeah, no, like literally, I finally got a message back from an admin. I'm like, oh, they actually messaged me, and then 3 hours later, it's like, oh, we're closing our game.
That's so bad.
They have
how many fingers were they actually giving?
They had the actual balls to respond to people, and then after all of that silence, and then say, "Hey, no, we're closing our game."
like the hardest thing about our group was that we started from like 60, 70 players on PSN chat. Mulzak, I convince you to start this competitive group with multiple games, like your vision, multiple systems, multiple games, whatever. So to me, I was like, hey, I got your back. Like, I'm your assistant. Cool. Right. So our main game that we all met each other on was
Darwin.
Project.
So,
and it's just like now we don't know what's gonna happen, I guess.
Right.
And this is a community of people that we've actually, I'm not trying to be sentimental, but we've kind of all bonded.
No,
you know.
And there's so many people. There's so many people that were like, "Hey, I don't think I'm a veteran, but I like this group." Like,
yeah. I mean, we're just a community that loves Darwin.
We're just a group of like-minded people. We all love games, Darwin Project in particular, and it's just so sad to see that thing that brought us all together in the first place go.
And along with it, players are going to die from the community, as in leave, and they're never gonna, know what we're gonna move on to. So that's the big thing, is I don't even know what we're gonna move on to. We're gonna figure it out.
We will.
Yeah.
From the Oceanic region, I've already seen the damage.
Yeah.
Like, I've already seen the damage. Like, most players, I can have to wait 20 minutes just for a single game of duos. Well, solos actually. Duos is like,
you have to remember, even over here in the States, we have to go on East servers. If we try to go on West, it's at least a 10-minute wait.
West is picking up steam. I have yet to play a Asian server and an Australian server. I can play South America. I can play UK. I can play East and West all day, but I can't play a Singapore game or an Australia game, which makes me upset as a director. I want to be like, OMG, it's the first time I'm playing with the Asians. Let's go. Yeah, we got a whole bunch of Aussies. Yeah, they like that shrimp from the Barbie, or the dingo ate my baby, whatever.
Yeah. I could see how that would actually be really fun, being able to do that.
I haven't thought about that before.
But, you're kind of robbed with it, with the player base not being active.
And the game closing in
a
final countdown.
want to wrap this up in around between like the next 6 minutes. So I want to bring up the last little point that I had here. It's like it says over the past few years, and it's something we've already touched on, but I just want to go into it a little deeper. It says over the past few years we have saw a decrease in player base, and we have been working hard on finding a solution. Who wants to go at that?
What solution were they trying to find?
What did they do other than add a tile?
Well, in my opinion, the reason why I left SG's Xbox PS4 competitive qualifier server and I left the main Discord is that I said directors should be able to pay $5 to unlock every card. Like $4.99 plus tax to unlock every card.
And they would have actually gotten money out of Lemmon.
That would have been true.
I mean, I can tell you I wasn't a level 100, but I can tell you I got 10 more ramen to make, and I'm going to get my 3-day qualifier XP bonus and just totally direct it. Get to 300. I think I can do it.
Oh, yeah. And I mean, I'm sure that'll be a lot of fun too. It just
no, it won't be because this game is close and like, come on.
Yeah, like we said, I'm not going to be playing it as much except for our scrim matches that we try to host most nights now.
All right, so May 22nd, Mulzak, can you make that tourney?
Let me see what day of May 22nd's on.
Should be Friday. It's Memorial Day weekend, Friday night.
Well, everyone
actually,
in this call, I have a
Friday,
question.
yes, I can.
I have a question for you all. So, when their new project, Scavenger, when their new project eventually comes out, are you gonna check it out or you're just not gonna?
Okay.
No.
I'm not.
I mean, I'll try it if it's as good as
Darwin
Darwin
Project. I'm not even gonna try it
because
look what they did to us with Darwin. I'm not touching another game by Scavenger.
I'm not even playing Predator Battlegrounds, even though it's Predator versus 4, because how they treated Friday the 13th. Like, I'm not even playing that. Like, you got my money, you fucked me because you're just flipping games. You're throwing out some shit. You want the pre-orders.
Wait, is that made by the people that made Friday the 13th?
Yes, Friday the 13th.
Oh, wow. I didn't know
they're
that.
going to discard that real fast.
So, like...
Friday was such a fun game.
There's so many...
It was a good game. I was actually trying to get it for my sister as well.
There's so many quick flips, man. And so, like, Friday the dev said, oh yeah, sorry, we can't release anything more because there's a lawsuit against the originator of the movies or the character.
Should have done that. You should have taken care of that before you started the game. What?
Right, and LeBron James.
You would think they had that
Listen, LeBron James now
on the famous.
I want to get Friday the 13th.
Hey, guys, Lemmon, start that over because everyone was talking over each other. I'm sorry.
All right, so bottom line, Darwin is very much like Friday the 13th, the game. The devs of Friday the 13th, the game, made a cool-ass game, but it sucked. It was like playing a VHS tape on your DVD or Blu-ray player. Like, it was cool. It was laggy. It made sense, right? It's asymmetrical. So you're giving all the power to one person versus a team of people with proximity chat, which means you have to be in the same zone. And then you have to also bypass your social anxiety to make something happen.
Yep.
Totally hard to say.
See, okay, I want to throw out that I actually had interest in the Predator or Hunting Grounds, whatever it's called, Prey, I don't remember. until you just told me that it's by those developers.
Yep, it's totally by those developers, and I'm like, man, I'm really good at first-person shooters with a controller, with their aim assist, and the way I can see movement, like I'm killing people. Like that's why I like Warzone so much. You guys want to play Apex? Yeah, man, I'm down for Apex. If you guys want to go,
I actually think I'm going to start an Apex category. I might.
Well, we can do.
I can't get Apex.
If you want to do Paladins, and we can run custom games. Like I think we can do explore it because I know
that sounds fun.
I know
that'd be crazy.
I know Dead by Daylight. If we had 1 killer, 4 survivors, we can have up to 2 spectators, and so I could have a co-host, which would be mediocre.
That would be your dream. Would it be, Lemon? Spectate a good game of Dead by Daylight.
See, I really want more Dead by Daylight players in our Discord because I personally have a love for the game. I do. I want more players for it.
I mean, the game is like it's like average-ish, but in the end, it's like they still update it and they keep track of it. If you keep a game updated, then it'll be live
and what I was
immortal.
Sorry, I did interrupt.
It's okay. That's okay. Dead by Daylight, basically.
That is what I was going to say was earlier. That Friday the 13th, if they didn't get the licenses for it, then that's it's crazy to me because Dead by Daylight, they go through everything to make sure they're good.
Sold their updates to a Japanese or Chinese company, right? And then they were doing podcasts after like a year in. I was a day 1 or the first weekend player, right? So 2 days, 3 days passed, right? I had to wait 20 minutes before I could finally join the game. Do you ever sit in a lobby waiting for 20 minutes before it finally popped?
That's the biggest problem with Dead by Daylight.
It takes way too long.
Because you want to get a 4-player group. You're going to wait at least 15 minutes to face 1 killer, and that 1 killer is probably going to pull the plug. Decent.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing is that I honestly gladly wait that 15 minutes. Because I have fun with the game.
If I'm playing with y'all.
But that's probably enough about Dead by Daylight. If anyone has any last thoughts, I want to wrap this up. I think we've covered everything. But yeah, go ahead, Spaghetti.
Yeah. I was just asking, who's your most hated killer?
In Dead by Daylight?
Yeah, Dead by Daylight.
I mean, how dare we start off with "fuck you, Darwin" to go to Dead by Daylight?
Honestly, if I have to pick one that I hate, it's the Doctor.
I main the Doctor, and he's my favorite.
I mean, if I have to pick one that I hate to play against, is what I'm saying.
Okay.
My favorite to play as is Ghostface.
Honestly, I'm a little bit weird here. I love the Trapper.
Of course you are.
Actually, I mean, I know a lot of people that like the Trapper.
That's fine.
The Trapper is nice.
Like, yes, falling for my trap card.
Kind of like how Mason is in Darwin with the traps. Man, the man's a god with traps.
Fuck Mason and
is
his
he really?
traps. I'll say it right here now. He knows how I feel about it.
Lemon, do you have an answer for your killer?
Well, it took me a long time to figure out which key I had to hit for my voice to talk. So no. Next question.
Okay. No, I think that's about it. Like I said, Spaghetti, do you have any final thoughts on the Darwin closing?
I'm just sad they didn't continue. That was my thoughts. I mean, I do look into lore of the game, and the lore of Darwin Project is pretty simple.
Yeah, and that's something we never got to talk about. I'm hoping maybe me, Lemmon, and Xotic can get in and talk about it at some point.
good.
Because I don't know much about it, but I know Lemon's read on it.
How much has Lemon read on it, actually?
Read on what?
The lore of Darwin.
Well, basically, the lore of Darwin is that you guys are all inmates, and that basically you volunteer to go up to the Canadian Rockies, the cold air, to play a survival of the fittest, which means you have axes and bows. So originally the lore was like you have to craft your gliders, you have leather, whatever. So that was a game that PlayStation 4 never saw. And we had to wait 2 years for it. So basically, there was a game where you could craft almost everything your player wanted to do. And so they released it for PlayStation 4. They called it a new update, and it was like rock, paper, scissors. So scissors is definitely wings. Rock is definitely grapple. And paper is headhunter.
Mm-hmm.
Anyhow.
Yeah, I mean, that's
the
definitely...
lore. The lore is that either you're in a duo game and so you're with your partner in crime, or you just randomly met a stranger, or in your solo game, you're fighting for your freedom. So that's the lore of the Darwin Project. It's Canadian Rockies. So it's really cold, and that's why you have to craft your fires.
But like, what about food?
I don't think they really cared about water or food, but I know coffee will also heat you up.
Yeah. Xotic, you got any final words here?
No, everything was said.
Yeah, I think we covered everything, to be honest.
Boo-hoo.
It was good to get that all out.
Is done.
Yeah. Actually, it went on a little longer than I thought it would. It was a good 40-minute
Boo-hoo.
chat. I enjoyed talking to everybody about it.
R.I.P.
You know,
Darwin.
having it built up all day.
All right, shall I do my ending jingle?
Well, just a second. Just a second, Exotic Spaghetti. You got any thing you want to plug in here? Like any social?
Well, thank you for having me on the Playbase. It's been an honor being here, and that's about it.
Yeah, I really hope we can talk to you a little bit more in the future. I enjoyed it. Same for you,
me too.
Lemon. You know you're always welcome to hop in here.
I appreciate you guys.
Yeah, I love everything we have here, our community going. Thanks for all the shares, all the follows. You can find me on Twitter, Mulzak1234, Twitch, the Mulzak Gaming, and I'm gonna leave you guys out with Exotic Tonic's jingle.
Oh, I can't wait.
That's right. I hope you enjoyed the show. Come back next time for another show. Bye now.
Happy trails. That was awesome. Later.